pattern that is in the background today is the 2020 mystery cow, which is #10penguin. If you type that in, or of course look in the description box down below, there will be a link that will take you over to the tutorial. There is also a paid for pattern over on Ravelry, and again the link is in the description box. Right, so let's get on with today's pattern. For mine, I'm going to be repeating this pattern sequence. Okay, so for this I am using, I've got to find them. It's a messy ball because I sorted it before I started it. Right, okay, so I am using a ball of, let's grab the label and bring you down. Okay, so I'm using some of this one, which is the monocolor German word. It was at purchase €1.99. It's by Belle Day Home. Okay, I can't tell you a great deal apart from what it shows on here because of course it's in German. Let's have another look. Okay, they're saying use a 3.5 to a 4mm hook and needle. It's 100% something or other. I believe that is a word for acrylic. And then of course we have our wash instructions as well. The second yarn I am using today is another European brand. Okay, this is the Saska Lynx. Sorry about the lighting today. There we go, that looks better. The Saska Lynx, that was a €1.19 when purchased for a 100-gram ball. There of course are other brands where the yarns look very similar that you could use easily. Okay, these are just what I had in my stash. These are actually gifted to me. I will tag the lovely gifters in the description box down below, so she knows I finally got round to using her yarn that she sent me. Okay, so this one, if it'll focus in, there we go, is where have I gone? Okay, it is a 97% acrylic and the other 3% is Lurex. Okay, there is 222 meters approximately, and it's a 100-gram ball, and it's a wash at 30 as well. Okay, so this one has got a sparkle in it, which is really cute. Now, this is what the project is looking like at the moment. We have got a beautiful flat bottom, and we've got some occasional striping coming up. And as you can see, I love the way that this has created this pattern here. My husband says it reminds him of a camo, ex-military. Whereas me, as I was doing it, I was saying, oh look, there's an H, there's an A. Will it spell happy? Got the word underneath, be Christmas. Yeah, it's been really fun to work with and see what crazy things I can make out of the black dots. But yeah, it is really beautiful. There is with this one there is 3 different color tones in it. You have got a black, you've got a grey and a white. Okay, and with this one, sorry, it is a grey with a silver fleck running through it. In the right light you get complete silver. There's no multicolours. I've had some in the past that have been green, red, whatever, but this one is grey and grey. Okay, right, so let's put this all to one side, grab my 4mm hook, because that is the hook size I'm going to be using today, my 4mm with this yarn, and let's get going. I'm actually going to be nice to you and put the pattern on the screen. That's right, I'm going to type it out. Okay, so now let's get started. We are going to place a slip knot on our hook, and then chain 2. Now let's start our first round by placing 6 single crochets into the second chain from the hook. Once you have that done, grab yourself a piece of loose thread as a stitch marker, and you're going to count back 6, okay, and then into that 6th stitch, or the first stitch of the round depending on how you work, pop your hook through and place an increase. Now this is the first stitch in round 2. An increase is 2 single crochets into the same spot. Now we're going to place an increase into each stitch around, totaling 12 stitches at the end. So count your stitches, make sure you have the 12. For round 3, we are going to place an increase into the first and a single crochet into the next stitch. So your pattern repeat is an increase followed by a single crochet. If you do it the other way around, it's not going to make any difference at all. I can't believe I typed it wrong on screen. Happy Christmas. Okay, carry on doing that pattern all the way around. You'll be repeating that pattern, of course, 6 times, and you'll have a total of 18 stitches. Now let's get ready for row 4 by bringing your stitch marker up and over. Okay, for your first stitch you're going to place an increase in, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the next 2 stitches. So that's 1 in the next 2 stitches. Okay, and we're going to carry on with that pattern all the way around. So that's increase, single crochet, single crochet. You're going to do that a total of 6 times, which will then bring your stitch count up to 24. Pause. Right, for round number 5 we are going to increase in the first, single crochet over the next 3 stitches. So that's 1 single crochet in each of the next 3. You're going to do that 6 times. Pause the video and come back in a few moments. Now on to row number 6. For this one you are increasing in the first and you're doing a single crochet over the next 4 stitches. Again, you will do this 6 times. Pause the video and come back when you're finished. For round number 7 we are going to do an increase in the first, and then we are going to single crochet into the next 5 stitches. Okay, and we're going to do that again 6 times. So that's single increase into the first, single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches. Pause and come back to the video when you're done. For round 8, now this one is a back post single crochet round. Apologies for the spelling mistake on screen. Okay, so as you can see here, to do this stitch you go from the back of your work and you use the stitch as a little bit of a post. I do have another video on this, the link is in the I button above, which will show you how to do it as a double crochet. But what you do is you just drop it down to a single crochet. Okay, it's really lovely. Hook in, hook under, and up and over and round and all the rest of it. Okay, we'll do a full round of that, so you'll have the same stitch count as row number 7. Once right now, pause the video and come back to me in a few moments. Row number 9 through to 12, this is 4 rounds. You're just going to pop your stitch marker in, okay, and single crochet all the way around. From this point on, all you're doing is single crochets. There is no fancy stitches, there's no nothing. So we're just going to do single crochet all the way around for every round. We are not slip stitch joining. We are just going to literally go round and round and round and round like a child on a helter-skelter. Okay, so I will meet you back here in a little while once you have completed up to row 12. Now, that please remember, that is 4 rounds. Okay, so 4 more rounds to go. Now time to move your stitch marker up and change to option colour B and complete a further 5 more rounds. That will take you up to around 17. At this point, I'm not going to worry about counting rounds. I'm just going to call it blocks. So this is a block number 2. Now for block number 3, we are going to move up our stitch marker. We are going to change to colour A and single crochet round now for 10 rounds. I'll meet you back here in a few moments once you've completed your 10 rounds. Okay, here I'm showing you our next what this block will look like. Now on to block number 4. We're going to change colours once again. Now this time I've chosen to stitch an extra 2 stitches. This brings your join lines in line with each other. Hope that made sense. So to do that, I've just of course stitched 2. I'm now moving up my stitch marker. I'm going to change to a colour B and then a single crochet in the round for another 10 rounds. Okay, so that will finish off a block number 4. Okay, so it will look like this once finished. Now for block number 5. Again, single crochet 2 extra stitches in the round, in your last round, and then move up your stitch marker because that will then pull our seam in line. Okay, a swap over to option colour A. Did that wrong, didn't I? Let's try that again. Right, so you're going to, of course, do those 2 stitches. And then change your colour, move your marker up and over. Then you're going to do 10 more rounds of option A. Okay, and you just keep going around and around. Now the next set block of colour is the one where I need you to pay a little bit more attention than the previous ones, because of course we've all got carried away. We're just joining the colour and going round and round and round, aren't we? But as I said, the next one, so we'll do the 10 on this one, and then that will look like this, and then make sure you come back to the video because the next few rows are a little tougher. Okay, so now we're moving on to this next section. So of course I'd like you to single crochet 2, move up your yarn and change your cut to colour B, and then you're going to do a 1 round, just the one, of single crochet. Okay, so work your way all the way around this round and then come back to the video. Okay, so that is just the 1 round of single crochet in colour B. Now the reason I've done that is so that we can add some cute ribbon. Now I brought this from that expensive shop in the UK. It has got wire that runs down each side, so it helps to hold its shape better. So I like that one because it's easier to stick through holes and make things look pretty and stay pretty. Okay, and let's get on with this next round. Right, so for this next round we are going to be working in half double crochets. Okay, so we're going to place a half double crochet in these first 2 stitches, so that's 1 in each. Then you're going to chain 1, skip 1 and half double crochet 2 more half double crochets. Okay, that's number 1 done. There's number 2, and now it's time for the pattern repeat. So you're going to chain 1, skip 1, and then do 4 half double crochets. Chain 1, skip 1, and do 2 half double crochets. Okay, so let me repeat that pattern repeat again for you. That's chain 1, skip 1, 2 half double crochets, chain 1, skip 1, 4 half double crochets. Okay, so it should look something like this, and the ribbon's just going to go weave in and out of those holes. Now if you carry on that pattern all of the way around, it's in the asterisks on screen at the moment for you, not them ones, sorry. Okay, and now our next round is really lovely and simple. We are just going to a single crochet all the way around. We are going to be placing 1 at the top of each of the stitches as normal, and then 1 into each chain 1 spot. You don't have to be too pedantic with your placement on this. Remember that the ribbon's going to be there, so any little mistakes that you may make, it will cover it up for you. I love this bit. Just shove it in and hope for the best. Okay, I will meet you back here once you have done all that. Ideally, your stitch count will be the same as it was on row 9, right at the bottom. And then once we have finished this, we will carry on working up in rounds of single crochet. I'm giving you a little head start here. You will do another 8 rows, or 8 rounds I should say. There we go, another 8 rounds of single crochet. Okay, once that you have done that, we are working on to our very last round. So change your colour again, do option A, and then we're just going to go around. One really lovely thing is basically go around until you finish and slip stitch to close, and that is the end of your project. Sorry that the voiceover today has been a little bit skew. There's a lot of distractions in this house and my brain is not in gear. Right, in a few moments I will show you how to place the ribbon through. But as I've said, it is really quite simple, so if you wanted to just finish off and skip off, you can. So here's the slip stitch to close. Okay, then it's a case of sewing it, cutting and sewing in your ends. I've not bothered because I'm going to be undoing this top section and adding it to make something else. Okay, so here's your ribbon. If you either pop it on a darning needle, or if you're lucky like me, you can just weave it through. Now we are starting the weaving from the front side of the work, okay, and your little 2 stitches are the ones that you will be going under. Okay, so you thread on one side and you come up the other, and then you jump over the top of the 4 half double crochets, back in through the hole and up the other side. It's really quite quick to do if you've got these wide ribbons. Okay, and you just keep repeating that all the way around. Now when you get to the back, don't worry that there's a gap, a larger gap of half double crochets, because when it's all squished together, it is not going to be seen, and it's only us really that looks at our work and goes, oh really? So as you can see there is a chunky gap, but as I said, it folds up and it sits so beautifully anyway that it's not noticeable. Okay, and then once we've threaded our ribbon through, it's a case of popping in your bottle that you are disguising to go under the tree, which I will show you in a moment. I'm just so add your bottle, tighten it up around the nape of the neck and make a beautiful pretty little bow, and hopefully your project will look something like this. Thank you ever so much for watching this tutorial all the way to the end, even if you did fast forward little bits. Oh no, I'm as cheeky as you. Right, so please remember, stay chilled, stay happy and keep crafting. Goodbye everybody.